As you can see, I haven't modified our scene too much. I've added a few smaller mountains and another cloud. I've also rotated this element a bit too, but that's all. Now all our modeling is done. We can start to add the textures. We're not going to place the trees properly yet, we leave that for later. So let's start with the textures. Go to Layout and select Standard. And we can see the texture panel down here. We're designing in low poly, so the textures are going to be quite simple. When we do other types of design, I can show you how to texturize them in a different way. So we'll make a new material and we'll name it Islands. You can apply a color to it like this, Accept, and that's our first material. We'll select it and place it on the islands, but of course we want to make it more interesting. So we can go back to color, and here in texture we'll apply a gradient. Click on the gradient to adjust the properties. Set type to vertical. As you can see here, there are different shapes, circles, star, but we'll set it to vertical. Okay, we can adjust the color like this. It's similar to Photoshop. And there we have our first material or texture. We are going to make another one now for the bottom of the islands. And you can name it Islands Bottom, for example. And we'll make this slightly grayer. And apply it to the bottom like this. Now for the mountains. You see the process is always the same. We can give these a green tone. You can duplicate this one here like this. And you can make this one darker. I'm applying the colors this way, but you can do whatever colors and combinations you like. You can create more materials and just see how it looks. There's no lighting yet, so this is the time to play around with the colors. Okay, let's do the water. Let's go for a kind of emerald green for the lake. And we'll apply a circular gradient. So the middle will be light and the edges a bit darker. We'll adjust the transparency too. We won't give it too much, about 45%, and apply it to the lake. Now we make a similar material for this detail here. Name it Details. We'll make this one more transparent and give it more of a blue tone. Okay, let's move on to the trees. So we'll make a texture for the treetop. We'll do 2 or 3 greens. You can also play around with these options and apply different types of textures. Later on, I'll explain what they do, but right now, feel free to try them out. Another for the trunks. A brown like this. Again, we'll make 3 slightly different ones. Okay, we've just got the clouds left. So white is good, but we can give it some transparency around 70%. Actually, for the water, we could select here in the absorption color a color that's more similar to the main one. And then in the clouds, in transparency, we could apply a bit of a blur and increase the transparency a bit more. So these would be the clouds, 1, 2, and 3. I think I'm going to add a sun. So I'll select a sphere. Make it icosahedron. Reduce polygons. Scale it. It's just a simple sun, but it will add to the image. Then we'll also add material to the sun. We'll again select a gradient, make it circular, and apply an orange tone. Okay, there we go. We could also apply luminosity to our object by going here. And what this does is it makes our object actually emit light. This might look good for our sun, but we're not going to do this today. But you can try it out if you like. Great, so we've applied the textures to the elements in our scene. I'm just going to organize all the objects here, so I'll name this one, the new one, Sun. I'll put the mountains up here, and now let's group everything together. Okay, now we can start to place the trees. Let's switch to top view. And if you go here to view, let's select garage shading. This makes it easier to add our trees, as I can see the axis here. I'll just check I'm doing this correctly. Okay, this is what was wrong. I had this activated here. Be careful with this. If it's activated, then only the axis moves. Now it works. And now just place more trees around the island. Place them and rotate them. I'm using the top view, but you can use whichever is easier or more comfortable for you. But basically, it's just copying and pasting in different areas. So once you've done that, we can move on to the next lesson. I see you there.